This is Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. Today, if you look real close, you'll notice I'm sitting in a new corner of the garage. Well, that's because, as I told you last week, I sold my old boat and I picked up a new boat this week. It's a Bass Tracker Pro 170 and it's a little bit longer than the old boat, and that means that the garage needed to be rearranged to accommodate the new boat. In a future video, I'll try to do a review of the boat and tell you how I like it. We have been to the Dollar Tree today. We picked up some items with which I can make some fishing hacks. If you stick around the end, I'll show you what I can do with this pencil case and a few pieces of foam from a garden kneeling pad. Why don't you come along?
Fishing hack number 1.
Well, it's springtime here, so one of the things that have come out is the pool noodles. The pool noodles are back, so I thought I'd start off today by showing you a fishing hack that you can do with a pool noodle. If you've ever been out fishing and you used your net and you happen to drop it in the water, you know how quickly they can sink. So one of the things you can do with a pool noodle is take a regular pool noodle, cut yourself off a couple of pieces. I'm going to cut off 2 here that are about 7 or 8 inches long. And then I'm going to cut myself off one that's more like about 1 foot long, maybe even a little more. The long one you keep whole. Now the small ones, we're just going to cut a slit down the side so they'll open up for us. Same thing on this one. You can pick up a noodle at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. You can also pick up a package of these nylon cable ties, and one little trick here is to open it here on the side, don't open the top, and then when you pull out a wire tie, it'll come out and the others will stay in there and not fall out. There we go, and like I said, the others are in there to stay. Now, take your net and take one of these split noodles. We're just going to go here on the side of the net, and we're going to slide that split noodle on just like that. And then we're going to go over here to this other side and we're going to do the same thing. I kind of hold them back here a little bit so they're not too close to the business end of the net here, so they don't get in the way when you're after a fish. Now the longer piece, it's just going to slide on the handle, and you don't even have to slit it or wire tie it. It's a pretty tight fit, and that's going to make our handle buoyant. And then up here to keep these on, all we have to do is run a wire tie around the pool noodle and just feed it through one of the holes here in the net. Tighten that down here. Run us in another one. Just trim those loose ends. Same thing over here on this side. 2 wire ties. Trim the excess. There you go. Now you've got your net set up so that if you'd ever drop it in the water, it's got some buoyancy to it and you're not going to lose it. So all you need is a pool noodle and some wire ties. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Fishing hack number 2.
I came up with this at the Dollar Tree. It's called a cowbell. You've probably been annoyed by those at a high school football game in the past. But a nice cowbell makes a loud noise. I can make a fish alarm with a cowbell and a medium paper clip. So if you take your paper clip and take one of the legs off of it, feed that leg through the cowbell, and it'll fit right down there on the end. Then put that back in your clip. Alright? Then when I'm out fishing, whether I'm catfishing in the dark or whatever, I can use that clip to hang my cowbell there on the end of my pole. And if I'm not paying attention, I'm too busy eating hot dogs or something, you hear that you got a bite. All you have to do is quickly remove your clip and set the hook. And there you go. For $1.25, we've created a fish alarm. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Fishing hack number 3.
I found this at the Dollar Tree, and although it's not $1.25, it's a pretty neat item. It's called a collapsible lantern fan. So it's really neat. At the top here is the fan, and then on the bottom here is where you insert your batteries. It takes 3 AA batteries. There we go. Alright, so now to open it, it's like a lantern. Pull this part open. That's nice. On top you've got your little fan and the on button's right here on the side. So for $5, which I think is a reasonable price, I get a little portable fan for those hot days. I've got an onboard lantern. We come in late. It was only $5. Nice light and fan hack from the Dollar Tree.
Fishing hack number 4.
I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's a diving octopus, and it's for playing in the pool basically. Kids can throw these and then they sink to the bottom of the pool. But what you can also do with these is they make a bit of a sinker. So if you tie one of these onto the bottom of your line, and there's already a hole in it to do that, you can just run your line through here, and we'll tie that on in some fashion. So you get this on the end of your line, and then you go ahead and do your hook and whatnot. But can you imagine the fun that the grandkids are going to have throwing their octopus out into the water? And they might even catch a fish as well. So, easy hack, $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, and you get 3.
Fishing hack number 5.
I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's called White Ready Board, and I was looking at it. It's got a foam cord with sort of poster board on the exterior, and I thought I might have a use for that. So I'm going to take a piece about like this, right straight across here. Cut that away. Now, you can take a piece of your ready board, okay, I'm going to give it a bit of an hourglass shape by cutting the sides a little. Alright. Come back here on the other side, help it finish up. Alright, now I've got this. I'm going to make a slit in it right here, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I've got leader line ready to go and a hook on the end. So my thought is I can take this foam core board, I'm going to hook my hook in right here, then I'm going to bring the rest of my setup around and start winding it around the middle of my foam board here. I usually use about 6 foot of fluorocarbon leader with whatever braid I have on my pole. Then when I get that leader wound on here, there we go, I get it down to the end, I'm just going to run the end into that slot, and that's going to hold it from unwinding. Now when I'm out fishing, if I break off or I want to reset, I can just take this leader, it's preset, it's ready to go, and I can put a number of these together and carry them, and then I don't waste a lot of time digging out a sinker and a bead and a hook and all that, and sit there on my boat when I could be fishing, trying to put all that together. So all I would have to do is grab my leader already set, unwind it. I usually use a double uni to tie onto my braid, and I'm back to fishing again. So for $1.25 you get a whole great big board of this ready board, and you can make a lot of these. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Fishing hack number 6.
I saw these at the Dollar Tree, and they're called zipper seal bags, and they're small little plastic bags. I'm sure they can't use the word Ziploc, so they're zipper seal. I thought these could be perfect for organizing things like maybe some sinkers. You know, I use some Q-tips from time to time in my hacks, swivels, and I even can take this leader line that I've got pre-made and put a couple of those in a sealed bag just to keep them from banging together and keep them organized. So, for $1.25 you get 40 zipper seal bags. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Fishing hack number 7.
You know, I talk sometimes about having your pole rigged up with a heavy sinker, and then that sinker can bang into your pole and create micro fractures, and eventually that could cause your shaft of your pole to become weak and even break. Now, I've come up with lots of different ways to deal with that. This one here, I found these are multi-purpose clips. I found them at the Dollar Tree, and they're only $1.25. And just go up here near your sinker and clip that over the line of your sinker and onto your pole. Now you don't have any rattling, no movement from your pole. And that's going to keep that sinker from banging into your fiberglass shaft. That could save the day. And you get 5 of these for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Easy hack.
Fishing hack number 8.
I picked this up at the Dollar Tree. It's a pencil box, and they're only $1.25. But what you can do with the pencil box is if you pick up at the Dollar Tree one of these kneeling pads, and I've used them in hacks in the past, you can cut yourself off some strips the width of your pencil box, and you can make a nice hook box. So we'll trim this up here, make it nice and square. Now figure out the width I want. It should be about this wide. Now we can make ourselves some strips here. This is a foam material. It's a nice material. These kneeling pads are really nice. They're only $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Okay. Go over here. Make ourselves a few more strips. You might want to try not to be as messy as I am. Here we go. Now you take your pencil box, run a bead of hot glue across here. Lay in one of your strips from the kneeling pad. Another hot glue. Another strip. And repeat. Okay. So you've glued in these foam strips. Now, when you want to use the box as a hook keeper, you can just hook your hooks to the strip. And you've got a nice keeper here. If you use Joe's flies when you're trout fishing, or if you're a fly fisherman and you have a number of small flies, you've made yourself a fly box. For $1.25 for a pencil box, and $1.25 for a garden kneeling pad, you can make yourself a nice hook box or fly box. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Jerry's Retirement Wisdom.
This has been Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. Today we put together some fishing hacks with items I found at the Dollar Tree. If you like my videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you'd like to see some more of my videos, just click right there. We'll see you next time.